to pass that message on and to never forget.
And when it happened, Paul, we all couldn't believe it was happening.
Everybody was in shock. I mean, immediately you still didn't really know and process what could happen here. And it's one of those days in your life that you'll remember where you were, what you were doing. It just doesn't go away.
Tigers and the Yankees come out in front of their dugouts. There'll be a presentation of colors and then the national anthem.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Will you rise and remove your caps? Please direct your attention to the area behind second base. Presenting tonight's colors, the Port Authority Police Department Color Guard. Now, please direct your attention to the microphone behind home plate and welcome FDNY firefighter Regina Wilson of the FDNY Ceremonial Unit. She will now sing our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last moonlight, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tunnel to Towers. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. By Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. By Untuckit. Find the perfect fit today at Untuckit.com or more than 80 stores worldwide. And by Hyundai. Test drive a new Hyundai today only at your local Hyundai dealer. Well, we're getting close to baseball here at Yankee Stadium. I think it's important to note that there was difficulty 24 years ago when to play baseball again. And President Bush at the time said, no, get back to normal because people need that. And Joe Torre has been quoted as saying, I never knew baseball was so important until that time. And you guys, visited all the sites and then obviously ground zero as well. And just the look on people's faces when they could connect to something that they thought of as fun, as an escape.
Yeah, it was amazing to me. We were invited to go down and meet families and go to ground zero, and I was almost embarrassed thinking, you know, what could a baseball player possibly mean at a time like this? But it got to be where, you know, some touching stories. It really brought people out, gave kids a lot of excitement. And I don't know that I saw New York change as much as it did after that, where, you know, you saw people embrace each other.
Absolutely, and I remember doing the games on the radio with John, and the first couple of games that we did in Chicago, you just felt weird screaming, "See ya," and "It is high, it's far, it's gone." And we got so many letters, David, that you guys have to be normal, so it makes us feel normal for those 3 hours.
That's a great point. It makes you realize that you're part of something that's much bigger than yourself or even the team. You know, we get caught up in our own little bubble and a Major League Baseball life, and it means so much to so many generations of people. And you know, that's well said, Michael and Paul, and you know, I concur. You know, it's so important that we never forget and that we pass these stories along and keep telling these stories every year.
And then there's a baseball game tonight as well. Crowd filing in still. And it'll be the Yankees against the Tigers. So more mundane things. The Yankees looking to salvage the final game of a 3-game set. And take a look at what this game means. The Blue Jays have already won. They played an afternoon game against the Astros. So the Yankees lost a half game during the afternoon. They can bring it back to 3 if they win. The Red Sox, they're 1 game back in the loss column. They're idle today. And in the wild card standings, Yankees, Red Sox, Mariners. And the Rangers are right there. And the Guardians are trying to get back in it. And the Royals as well. So we're in the middle now of the gauntlet that we spoke about. And for the first 8 games, the Yankees are 4-4. They have 1 more game against the Tigers tonight, and then 3 games at Fenway Park against the Red Sox, and the Yankees have to get back to winning.
Yeah, I think, Coney, you mentioned it after the game last night. I mean, you got to win tonight to have a little momentum because, you know, you've got a huge series in Fenway this weekend.
You know, the best way to take some of the pressure off of your pitching and your bullpen, score a bunch of runs. Just take it right out of their hands, give them a break. You know, I know it's easier said than done, but Yankees probably facing a bullpen game tonight from the Tigers, sort of a chaos game that they call from their chaos pitching game that the Tigers call. And good night for the Yankees to bust out.
And no, the Yankee starters have been very, very good the first 2 games. Will Warren and yesterday Carlos Rodon, but the bullpen kind of exploded and turned the games into laughers. Only the 3rd time in Yankee history that the Yankees have lost consecutive games by 10 or more runs. Well, the Yankees take the field. Cam Schlittler is going to begin his warm-ups, and it's an important start for him coming off his rough start last time out against Toronto. This is the starting lineup for the Tigers that he's going to face, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Gleyber Torres at second base will lead off. Batting second, the DH, Kerry Carpenter. Riley Green at left. Spencer Torkelson at first. Wencel Perez, the right fielder, is going to bat 5th. Batting 6th is Colt Keith, the third baseman. Dylan Dingler will catch and bat 7th. Batting 8th and playing center field, Parker Meadows. And Javier Baez, the shortstop, will bat 9th. And the first of many pitchers we'll see from the Tigers, Tyler Holton, who threw 14 pitches against the Yankees last night. So Holton will get the start.
And that is the lineup that Cam Schlittler will face. It'll be his 11th start on the year. The number's pretty darn good across the board. The 3.24 ERA, 56 punch-outs and 50 innings. And let's check out the Nissan Pitcher Scout Report for Cam. And he needs a bounce-back start. Obviously, he had a tough one against the Blue Jays. They fouled off a ton of pitches off of him. He only got into the 2nd inning. To me, that comes down to finishing pitches, being able to put hitters away when you do get ahead. And then also kind of interesting to speculate the future role for Yankees getting a postseason. Is he in the mix for a start? Is he a potential power arm out of the bullpen throwing 100? Be interesting to see.
Now you see that Cam Schlittler is wearing an NYPD hat. And that's significant, obviously, for everything that our great police department here in this country did during 9/11 that they do every day. But there's special meaning for Cam as well. His dad is the chief of police in Needham, Massachusetts, John Schlittler. So Cam wearing the NYPD cap tonight. Gleyber Torres digs in. He's ready. Cam Schlittler is ready as well. And let's do it here in the Bronx. Pitch is high. We're underway. Crew Chief Andy Fletcher at the home plate ump. Malachi Moore at first. Austin Jones at second. Jansen Visconti is over at third. One and one. Torres 2 for 8 in the first 2 games. Drove in 3 runs yesterday. And there's a strike. In fact, he's a really good hitter with runners in scoring position. He's 34 for 97. That's 6th in the American League with runners in scoring position. That's 351. And he goes down on strikes on the curve. Take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Austin Slater gets started left, Cody Bellinger in center, Aaron Judge over in right. In the infield, it's McMahon, Caballero, Chisholm, and Goldsmith, third to first. Ben Rice behind the plate stand, the DH, and Schlittler is on the mound.
Connie, we talked before the game a little bit, and I think the cutter has a place in his repertoire, but to get that strikeout, which you just saw off Gleyber Torres, the curveball is much more of a swing and miss pitch, right?
I agree. I mean, that's the key, as we saw in his last start, that there were so many foul balls from the Blue Jay lineup that he had trouble kind of getting to a finish pitch. It's a great first at bat.
There were so many foul balls in that game where he struggled against Toronto. The major league average for foul balls is 17.9%. The Blue Jays fouled off 36.4% of Schlittler's pitches, and the pitch count kept climbing, and that's why he was knocked out in the second inning. 1 and 2.
Yeah, about 20% of those were Alejandro Kirk. I mean, he had some 10, 12, 15 pitch at bats where he was down 0-2 and just kept fouling balls off and just wearing Schlittler down.
Holton is the opener, and he's warming up as if he's a relief pitcher, but he will start the game for the Tigers. Strike 3, got him. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 2 away. It's time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, not now. I mean, the offense has slowed down. A few guys slumping. You just can't have it now because you're running out of time. Everybody knows that. And day by day, shortstop situation kind of up in the air right now, depending on injuries and then possibly how Caballero does out there. And still got to fix it. We wanted to fix it last night. Well, we still got to fix it. The Yankees bullpen just has fallen apart in this series, giving up 19 runs in the last 2 games.
Riley Green flies out to Slater. Much better first inning for Schlittler. Tigers go down in order. The Yankees coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning, so a strong top of the first by Cam Schlittler. The Tigers on the field. Tyler Holton getting ready, and so is Austin Slater because he's going to lead off. We'll give you the Yankees' entire starting lineup, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Slater's in left, Aaron Judge in right, Cody Bellinger in center. There's your outfield top of the order. Then it's Stanton, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. And the bottom third of the order, Rice, Caballero, and McMahon. And you saw Schlittler on the mound as the starter.
And Tyler Holton is going to be the opener tonight for the Tigers, who have said that this is going to be their chaos pitching night. That's another way of saying it's going to be a bullpen game. You see, he's been pretty solid. And our Nissan pitcher scout report for Mr. Holton, and he's up for anything. Middle innings, late innings, opener. He does it all. More of a finesse pitcher. His top velocity is around 92 miles an hour. Sweeper, curve, change. And the march of the Penguins. That's what you're going to see out of the bullpen tonight, one after another.
There's Slater. One of the reasons the Yankees acquired Slater is he hits very well against lefties.
I don't think it's because of his fastball. What was he, 36, 38 last night?
Only reliever that didn't allow a run.
Yeah, that's the bright side.
Couldn't hold up. Holton pitched last night in the 6th inning, gave up a single to the pinch hitter, Ahmed Rosario. Then Grisham struck out and Judge hit into a 6-4-3 double play. So, scoreless inning, he threw 14 pitches. This is his 6th opener start this season. He's allowed 5 runs in 7 1/3 innings in those 5 previous. Already warming up for the Tigers, a right-hander Sawyer Gibson Long. Swing and a miss. Slater down on strikes. Take a look at the Tigers defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Green, Meadows, and Perez left to right in the outfield. Keith, Baez, Torres, and Torkelson, that's third to first. Dylan Dingler, tough to run on. He's behind the plate. Kerry Carpenter, the DH, with Holton, at least for now, on the mound. Here's Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge comes into the game with a .319 batting average. The reason I mention that, that's the lowest his batting average has been since he was 1 for 4 on opening day. And the A's youngster Jacob Wilson also has a .319 batting average now, but he is 1/10,000% behind Judge. So Judge is still in the lead for batting average in the American League. Three and one. Three-two. Check out what Andy Fletcher's all about. He's the crew chief, 27 big league season, considered hitter friendly, but just barely. Fewer high strikes and fewer inside strikes by Andy. Yankees are 80 and 65. The Tigers 84 and 62.
27 years. We must have crossed paths with him.
Yeah, we did. We caught him on the flip. We were leaving. He was coming.
Drill deep to left center field. Going back, Green. Looking up. See ya. Home run number 45 for Judge. Home run number 360. One away from DiMaggio. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's your next stop. Joe DiMaggio, number 5. But boy, that was crushed. And Aaron Judge, a great at bat, gets a 3-2. Finally gets a pitch to hit. And just sails it over the left center field wall. Crowd up in a hurry here in the bottom of the first.
Pitch to Bellinger is outside. 45th home run, 99th run batted in. Shallow right center. Perez calls off everybody, makes the play for the second out.
Well, Aaron Judge, again, after seeing a long count, looked like just kind of a cutter that kind of got over to the middle of the plate. Not where he wanted it, just where Aaron Judge wanted it, at the back of the bullpen.
Right up the crow's nest, you know. That's where the bullies sit out there. The Tigers relievers sit up in the crow's nest.
Yeah,
it's the best seat in the house. It was coming in hot. Scattered him.
Again, he is so consistent with his leg kick, his timing, and you know, if he gets the ball out front, there's my side view. Fans know it.
1-1. So one away from DiMaggio to tie for 4th place on the Yankees home run list all time. So 99 ribbies also for number 99. And if you're wondering, he's had 3 seasons with 100 or more RBI, so looking for number 4. And this swing put him to within 1.
110 miles an hour up the bat and about 413 feet away. Had that sound.
Yeah, you know what? I was just looking at it in slow motion, and as soon as I could tell, you know, right when he makes contact, the ball's gone. I mean, it's just, there's no doubt it's not going to the warning track. It's going deep in the bullpens. He got around that fastball to try to cut it a little bit. Right there, ball's out, gone, 1-0.
And down goes Stanton. But Judge is giving the Yankees a 1-0 lead. One big swing by the captain sent the ball into the Bronx Knight. His 45th of the year, 360th of his career, in a 1-0 Yankee lead. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Paul Goldschmidt, will he get a hit? Caballero, an RBI. Schlittler, 6 or more strikeouts. He had 2 in the first inning. And there's a strike to Spencer Torkelson.
Guys, you talked about already how much the Blue Jays made Cam Schlittler work last time out. 66 pitches, just through an inning and 2/3. When I talked to Matt Blake about what they worked on in between starts, he said first and foremost commanding the fastball, but not just commanding that pitch, trying to make sure you could get it to different areas of the zone. They want to be able to go north and south with it, where they thought last time out he was too much on the same plane. They thought that led to a lot of those long at-bats. So going north and south with the fastball, then then using his breaking stuff to vary speeds there. They believe he's going to have a more favorable outcome if he's able to do that, David.
That's an excellent point, Meredith. And we tend to think of four-seamers and high-velocity guys as being up all the time with their fastball.
Wilkinson down looking.
Yeah.
I love the curveball with 2 strikes. He's gotten away from the cutter. He threw the cutter early in the count to get strikes. But then the curveball, you can get a lockup like that or a swing and a miss if you don't hang it. Cody, you got to explain something to me. And this really amazes me because Schlittler was 93, 94, maybe 95 in the minor leagues, basically his whole career. And now you understand maybe your first start in the major leagues. Now he's 98 to 100, but it's been consistent ever since he got to the major leagues.
It has. He really took a big leap this year, and in particular, to your point, and that's a credit to the Yankees farm system and their trainers. Pitching development.
A base hit for Perez. Dunks it into center field.
I mean, couldn't it be a grip change, a mechanical thing to pick up 3 or 4 miles an hour on your fastball?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You see that was a curveball there. Not a bad pitch. So you got to give credit there. Watch him reach out and cover that up. You know, part of it's mechanics, part of it's just physically getting stronger. Nutrition, weight room, weighted ball, velocity training. It all works together.
And the pitch to Keith is a strike.
You know, George Steinbrenner kind of set that tone back when we were playing. Now, we used to meet anybody and everybody. He'd bring somebody in, a yoga instructor or a nutritionist or somebody that was top in their field to come talk to us.
I remember one time in spring training, we went out one day. He had an Olympic sprinter showing us things on, you know, sprinting speed to steal bases. And literally when I left that meeting, I learned things because as soon as you take off as a runner, you don't want to immediately stand up. You want to gradually stand up and you know, to keep your hands loose. These are just little things that, you know, somebody with that type of speed and studied it their whole life could help with.
Keith with a line drive single in front of Judge as Perez goes to third. So first and third for the Tigers.
See right here, Paulie, that this is the right thing for Aaron Judge to do. The last thing he needs is to come up here and air it out the third base and it'd be the wrong play first and foremost. Secondly, it's not worth the risk. So hit the cutoff man. He should hit the cutoff man every time from now until you get towards the end.
Right, and the key to this is just get rid of the ball quick, because if you get rid of the ball quick, like you're almost like an infielder, you don't have time to really wind up and let it loose, and you get it into the infielder.
Pitch to Dingler is upstairs, 1-0.
Well, we've talked about Dingler being a great defensive catcher, but he's been on an offensive role also in the last 10 games or so. And last night, a couple more hits. So seeing the lineup a lot more.
There's some names in this Tigers lineup that you might not have heard of, but Winfield Perez has really come on, played well. He's at third base now. Colt Keith, a big top prospect, is starting to really kind of get it going. So they are a really good baseball team right now.
The 2-1. 99 upstairs, 2-2.
Yeah, that was the first fastball. Their first one was kind of middle, you know, right where Dingler wanted that ball up and away, right at the top of the strike zone. A completely different look. The ball up in the strike zone plays a little bit harder. Can that get in your head, Coney? After the last game, you know, so many foul balls, and then you just saw that. That was a great sequence, up and away, then in on his hands, but fouled away. Does it get in your head that, like, I got to throw it better or harder?
Thinking about spinning it right now. Yeah. Maybe a curveball right here. I always had it in my head, you know, when I got count leverage or I got into a strikeout position, I had a series of pitches for left-handed batters and a way to get righties out, and you go right to it.
3-2.
Now we've seen the curveballs to lefties tonight. We saw the cutter to Dingler in this sequence here in the middle count. Now a couple of fastballs up. Now you've run the count back to 3-2, so you've lost count leverage.
Rice stands in front of the plate, giving the signs to the infielders if they will cover if Keith goes. Tigers are aggressive running team. Doesn't go. Another foul ball.
No, that's surprising there. That's a pretty good curveball. You think you would get a swing and a miss there. It just must not have had a little bit too much of the plate.
Another foul ball. And the thing that got to Schlittler in the Toronto game, we talked about foul balls, but 2 strike foul balls. The major league average is 23%. But the Blue Jays against the Yankee righty, 42.9% on 2 strike foul balls. So he was not able to put them away. And another foul ball. This has to build to a point of frustration, right, David?
Oh, absolutely. It just forces you to keep making pitches. You know, that was 100 miles an hour there, fouled off. So he's shown good stuff. He showed his curveball. He barely fouled that one off.
Line drive, it is over the head of Chisholm into right field. A run will score. Moving to second is Keith. Dingler wins the long at bat and ties the game at 1. And here comes Matt Blake to talk with Cam Schlittler.
Well, it's just a great at bat. Fouled off some stuff, and this ball was not hit hard. This is just a bad break. This actually looked like a 2-seamer kind of coming back. Jams him, but Jazz playing up the middle, not able to get to it.
So Dingler wins the 11 pitch at bat to tie the score. And also Blake comes out there to give the pitcher a little bit of a breather. Paul, should it be that easy to so easily foul off 99-mile-an-hour fastball?
No, I mean, a lot has to do with location, but and also scouting reports. He might have to, you know, start getting ahead and you know, almost going backwards with the fastball early and then breaking balls, or switch it around and get ahead with the breaking ball and end with the fastball. Something's got to switch a little bit, because it looks like hitters almost know what's coming.
There's Parker Meadows. And a strike.
Another thing I have noticed, even, you know, in this game, and I really haven't broken it down over the year, is most of his pitches are waist and up. You know, he's not using the lower part of the strike zone where, you know, you're changing the eye level of the hitters.
It's exactly what Meredith was talking about before.
0-2.
If you throw that 4-seamer down, especially in those types of situations, and you can, even if they're on it, they can get a ground ball. You can keep the ball on the ground in the infield, maybe get a double play. So that's the importance of north and south, up and down. Even with the 4-seam power fastball. A lot of times that 4-seamer at the knees looks like it's going to be low. It jumps right into the mitt. So that's a weapon that, to your point, Paul, yes, could be utilized. Got to really reach out there to get there.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Meadows could not hold up. 4th strikeout for Schlittler. 2 away.
Well, again, this ball is out of the strike zone, but it looks good. You're not going to catch up to that. The one that's waist high in the strike zone, you know, they're fouling off. But Meadows has been hot in this series, so that's a big strikeout for Schlittler.
There's Javier Baez. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, 1 run in, 1-1 game. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Pitch count at 35. The 1-1. Squibb, right side. Chisholm to first. Got him. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left. The end 1.5. It is 1-1. And now let's listen to public address announcer Paul Olden here at Yankee Stadium.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. In recognition of the anniversary of 9/11, the most deadly and vicious attack on our American homeland in our history, the New York Yankees take this moment to honor the victims of this tragedy and those who worked tirelessly to bring back our great city. The New York Yankees welcome back to Yankee Stadium the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, on the solemn anniversary of September 11, 2001.
Join Major League Baseball and the New York Yankees as we pay tribute to those whose lives were lost on September 11, 2001, honoring them with the pledge, "We shall not forget." Bottom of the second inning. Chisholm leads off. Fouled away.
Well, we've seen Jazz recently looking for that ball all in, and right there he got it and fouled it back. You would think that Holton would really try to get that ball away from him, because he has really been trying to hit the seats lately.
See where A.J. Hinch is trying to push the envelope with Holton here, with Jazz Chisholm and also Rice due up in this inning.
2-2. Line drive. It's a base hit right field. Check out the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 73 degrees, not much of a chance of rain, 41% humidity. The wind out of the north-northwest at 7 miles per hour. So that is going to do it for Holton. A.J. Hinch will make the signal to the bullpen. Holton pitches 1+ inning as the opener. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees, and by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. The new pitcher is Sawyer Gibson Long, 27 years old, second big league season. Returned from Tommy John surgery on June 4th. Then he pitched 5 games and went on the IL with neck stiffness and was out for another month and a half from late April until mid-August. Goldschmidt celebrated his 38th birthday yesterday.
Well, Jazz Chisholm on first base, 27 stolen bases on the year, but we've talked about Dingler, how good he is, well above 30%, well above the major league average at throwing runners out at second. Major league average changing like 22. Yeah, about 22%.
Be interesting to see if Chisholm does go, because of Dingler, as Paul mentioned, so good behind the plate, throwing out base runners. Chisholm, 28 home runs, 27 stolen bases. Doesn't seem like he's getting a great jump.
Yeah, he's done a lot of false breaks over there, seeing if he can get a jump. It's probably a pitcher that he's not really familiar with as far as, you know, his windup and his mechanics, and if he'll hold you longer at certain times.
He's pretty average in terms of his time to home plate as the pitcher. Pretty big lead by Jazz. We tend to focus on the catcher and Dingler and his skill set. It's a tandem here. It's the pitcher, how slow he is, what kind of jump Jazz can get. It's gettable.
Swing and a miss. Goldschmidt down on strikes.
I went to the two-seamer, a little different fastball. Ended up kind of over the middle of the plate, but had a little movement sideways.
Yeah, caught him off guard. The ball's in the glove. Goldschmidt's protecting, 2 strikes. You can see how late he was.
So here's Ben Rice. Runner goes, good jump. Throw to second. Not nearly in time.
Yeah, that was a great jump and a good job by Rice to take a pitch. I mean, you see that runner get that good of a jump, allow him to steal second base. And he got a big opportunity. Watch Baez at the end of this, trying to play a little trick. Oh, yeah, I missed it. Well, every once in a while it'll work.
28 stolen bases now for Chisholm, so same number of home runs as stolen bases.
The thing about baseball, you know, lying, cheating, stealing, it's all allowed here.
Yeah, you try it all, right?
So Baez trying to deke him, and Jazz says, stop that nonsense.
The second baseman, I know that trick.
Line drive, it is a base hit to right field. Chisholm will score easily. It goes to the wall. Rice picks up an RBI double, and the Yankees lead 2-1.
Ben Rice, I mean, they've been throwing him a lot of breaking stuff and then fastballs away. He's hit some balls the other way hard, but this ball he's able to pull because it's got a little spin on it. And that's why you allow that guy to steal second base, where you can drive him in with a base hit. good sign for the Yankees. And, you know, they've been struggling a little bit lately offensively all of a sudden, and now you're starting to string together hits. Put a lot more pressure on the Tigers.
Last 9 games, Rice has been struggling. 5 for 36, 139. But he picks up his 55th ribby. First hit of this series. He's 1 for 9 now. Caballero hits one in the hole. It's a base hit. Rice rounds third. They're waving him home. He will score easily. The throw comes into second. RBI single for Caballero, and the Yankees are up 3-1.
Caballero, I think he's getting the feeling he's getting an opportunity, and these are big hits. Another spinning breaking ball, and he's able to line it into the hole. I was very surprised that Green didn't even charge this and make an effort, because you know Rice was right just at third base, and he just kind of gave it to him.
Agreed. Concession.
Here's Ryan McMahon, and there goes Caballero. The throw to second. Not in time. Caballero's 44th stolen base.
If Caballero can be offensive and be as smooth as he is at shortstop, I mean, he is going to be a big player for the Yankees, because if you look at what he can do once he gets on base, that's his 44th stolen base. If he catches it, he's probably out.
Throw is right there.
Now, Meredith, Paul said, he senses that he might be getting a chance. This is how good a throw it was. And we find out today that Anthony Volpe got a cortisone shot.
He had a cortisone shot yesterday in his left shoulder, and he actually had one during the All-Star break as well. This all dates back to when he felt a little something in his shoulder the first week of May. He played through it. Aaron Boone continually insisting it was not affecting his play. Anthony Volpe saying it was not affecting his play, but you would see him periodically with ice on his shoulder in the clubhouse. Now, probably not a player off the bench tonight, trying to give that shoulder a little bit of time to take in that shot, hopefully get some of the inflammation out, but exactly what it looks like going forward, probably going to be a game-by-game basis, guys.
McMahon flies out to left field, and Volpe is on injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. So they say he re-aggravated the shoulder injury on Sunday, partial labrum tear in the shoulder. And this is May 3rd, and this is when he hurt it originally. He said he heard something pop at that time, but they did test, and they were convinced that there was nothing wrong, that they saw maybe an older injury. But then we find out that, including the one at the All-Star break, there's been 2 cortisone shots to the area. Slater lost one down the right field line and makes the seats.
And Michael, I went on to ask Aaron Boone if he thinks this is something that Volpe is going to have fixed in, or going to have fixed in the offseason. And he said right now they don't believe so, but it all depends how things play out. He injured it again on Sunday. We'll see whether or not he's able to make it through the rest of the season.
Runner at second, 2 men out, 0-1 count on Slater. Caballero with a huge lead at second.
So just a real confidence to Caballero when he's on the bases, right? He's uber aggressive. Almost arrogantly so, right? I'm just going to go whenever I want.
Never seen somebody kind of hop. I mean, he's 15, 20 feet off of first base at times. You just think he's got to get picked off, but he doesn't.
Very daring.
Ground ball. Baez. And that'll do it. Yankees are a home run hitting team. That's how they score their runs. But in this inning, they played a little brand of small ball. Single. Stolen base. Double. Top of the third inning, Yankees lead 3-1. Top of the Tigers order against Cam Schlittler. And the pitch to Gleyber Torres is a strike. Gleyber struck out in the first inning. Line drive down the right field line. It's a base hit. It's going to go into the corner. Torres rounds first. He's going to go to second. Judge gets the ball in quickly to Chisholm, and it's a leadoff double for Gleyber Torres.
This is what you see from Gleyber Torres every once in a while. It's like he should be a 330 hitter. I mean, he can handle that pitch and still pull the fastball. Every once in a while, he gets so wanting to hit home runs and pull that he takes this swing away. That's hard to pitch to right there, huh, Cody?
Leadoff doubles work.
Here's Kerry Carpenter. Foul back, 0-1. Last night, Carpenter connected for a home run.
He doesn't usually hit lefties. I think it was 162. We went into that at bat for the year, and he absolutely blasted that one. If you're Schlittler, looks like he's having trouble getting the ball down as far as his fastball. Does a lower than low target help you at all? Or it's all mechanical?
It's usually mechanical. I mean, visually it can help.
Line drive right at Chisholm. Fires to second. He gets the double play.
Well, all smiles from Jazz. You got the double play, but Gleyber right there, you've got plenty of time. He crossed over. I mean, that's his bad base running. You got to freeze. You see, as soon as you cross over, you're out.
So here's Riley Green.
Huge lift out there for Cam.
Soft ground ball. McMahon. That'll do it. Here in the third. No runs a hit. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the inning. Run in the first inning. He's leading off the third. He's one away from Joe DiMaggio, which would move him into a tie with Joe D for fourth place on the Yankees all-time list. Also, Judge tied a record that he held with A-Rod for 18 first-inning home runs. That's a single-season record. A-Rod did it in 2001 with Texas, and Judge last year. So he's got some time to hit number 19. 1-0.
Why he's having such a good year. I mean, you get a hit your first time up, it really kind of sets the table for the rest of the night, and especially when you've done it 18 times as a home run as your first hit.
High drive, left center field, Green back, track, wall, see ya! Another home run for Judge. He has tied Joe DiMaggio for 4th place on the Yankees all-time home run list, and also picks up his 100th Ribby of the Year.
Michael, did we talk about Judge probably having one more hot streak in this year? He was starting to get a little bit closer every day. Well, first 2 at-bats today, pretty good.
46 on the season, 100 runs batted in. 4-1 Yanks. And a pitch to Bellinger is a strike.
Michael, he's such an easy play for you, and you see, you know, most people, you got to kind of wait and kind of simmer a little bit. Right off the bat, it's just, see it.
Popped up. Dingler puts it away. Out number 1.
Much like the first one, just kind of out over the plate. He kind of pulls his hands in a little bit because there was movement inside, but no doubt about it.
Absolutely destroyed. It was 434 feet. It hits the back wall of the Tiger bullpen. 114 miles an hour up the bat.
One and one.
Well, the old side view, and he's in the same spot. You don't know if it's number 1 or number 2, but it's the same swing, same leg kick. You stay consistent, you give yourself a chance.
Spin and grin. Your point is well taken. I mean, we've seen Judge kind of get locked in all of a sudden. He's due for another one.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was supposed to cut. He was kind of around it, and it just kind of went the other way and flattened out. And just, what a feeling it must be to know right off the bat.
2-2 on Stanton, struck out in the first.
And you could take hundreds of his at-bats throughout this year, and you'll see the same position when the ball gets in the hitting area. And that, to me, is one of the biggest keys of hitting, is putting yourself in the same position time and time again. I'm sure the same thing as pitching, you know, balance everything.
They're very similar. The athletic move, weight transfer, timing, rhythm.
Fouled away. And the payoff. Drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. Into the left field bleachers. That was Stantonian. His 20th home run of the year. And the Yankees lead 5-1.
Wow. A little higher than Big G usually hits him. You had to wait a while with that one, Michael. You had to kind of hold that call. I mean, that was a rocket, 429 feet. But that had some height to it. talk how important it is. With Aaron Judge was out, Stanton was able to play right field, well enough where he could keep both bats in the lineup. Now Aaron Judge back out there. That's what you look at it as the possibility that these guys get hot in the playoffs, going down the line here where they can carry a team. There's two big bats.
1-1.
About 860 feet of home run between both of those guys. Should be a 3-point shot in baseball, right?
That's right. You get an extra point. You get a point and a half.
Get him that far. Yeah. It's a step Seth Curry.
Ground ball first base. Torkelson to Gibson Long.
Wow, another breaking ball. And when that breaking ball doesn't break and Stan's looking for it, it's going to go a long way. So last night where he was kind of stomping and kind of moving a little bit. Judge likes it. I mean, again, right off the bat, the whole dugout knows. It's not like you got to wait for it. But he was so implanted there where there was no movement. And as soon as you pick up the ball, I mean, he doesn't use his legs that much. He's just that strong.
Fouled away.
All of a sudden, those hips just open, and you just playing against that front foot, and it allows those arms and that bat to just go through the zone.
Stanton was 3 for 36 before that home run. And this is the 56th time that Judge and Stanton have homered in the same game together, including the playoffs. That's tied for second most by the Yankees. Berra and Mantle did it 56 times. The record is Ruth and Gehrig 75 times.
Did you see Dingler's eyes there? He almost like closed them because he saw it hanging.
2-1 on Goldschmidt. Check out the leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailer. So Stanton's home run, another member of the 20 home run or more club. That's 7. That ties a franchise record. Major League record is 8. Anthony Volpe is 1 away from making it 8. Now Ryan McMahon has 19 home runs, but when he gets to 20, it won't count because it's got to be all 20 with the Yanks.
Counts for him.
Counts for him.
Right. Who was it? Milwaukee? Who was the team with 8?
Minnesota.
Oh, it was Minnesota. That's right.
Swing and a miss. Goldschmidt down on strikes. Joe DiMaggio has been sitting in 4th place in the Yankees home run list for the longest time. We started the game, Judge was 2 away. After that swing, he was 1 away. Joe was waiting, and now he welcomes him to 4th place. That home run ties the great DiMaggio, and the list is changing. Telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated. Spencer Torkelson takes a strike. One and one. Torkelson struck out looking in the second. So 3 home runs by the Yankees, 5 runs. They lead 5-1. Top of the 4th. High fly ball, right center. Bellinger makes the catch. Here's Perez. He singled and scored in the second when Schlittler gave up 3 straight singles with 1 out. 0-1.
11 for 14 first pitch strikes from Cam tonight so far. 35 strikes out of 47 pitches.
Oh, and 2.
This is where you smell blood out there. You know you're trying to get outs quickly. You want to go right after him. You don't want to waste a pitch here. You want it to have purpose. If you come back with a curveball off of that, and then, you know, maybe you can get a tunneling effect here.
Popped up, way up there. There's McMahon. 2 down.
See what a difference, right? If you can get a guy out in the first 4 pitches or so. That's what Tarek Skubal, the great lefty for the Tigers, talks about. He wants to get it done quickly. Strike 1, strike 2, get the at bat over with it the first 4 pitches if possible. And that's a good formula to follow if you can.
Here's Colt Keith, single to right. That was in the second. 1-0.
Skubal could have pitched today. I mean, they had a day off, would have been his rest, but you know, as big a lead as they have, knowing that they're going to go to the playoffs, they elected to give him an extra day's rest, which is probably a smart thing, especially after you win the first 2 games.
McMahon retires Keith, and a 1-2-3 inning for Schlittler and the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Yankees up by 4. Saturday on Yes, it's another free day as Max takes them out in the second game of a crucial 3-game set with the Red Sox at Fenway. Coverage begins at 3 with Audi batting practice and the pregame with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 4 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Fans, remember, tomorrow night's game against the Red Sox is on Apple TV Plus, and Yes will have post-game coverage after the final out.
You get to head up the Fenway for one game then.
Yep.
Saturday. Coney, you get 2.
Sunday is on ESPN, Sunday Night Baseball.
It's not just a big series for obvious reasons. It's Yankees, Red Sox, middle of September, but it might be a prelude to the postseason as well. As these two, feels like the Yankees and Red Sox are on a collision course.
Hit sharply past the diving Torkelson and down the right field line. Rice rounds first. He's going to second. It'll be his second double of the night.
Well, second hit, hard hit ball. This ball's tailing away, but it's up in the strike zone. Again, lefties, you can see the ball away, up, much better than you do inside. Gets around and just hammers it down the line.
Not a bad way to start your night, right? Double-double.
Tigers in at the corners for Caballero. RBI single for him in the second. And a strike. Caballero, before that single, was 3 for his last 24 in his last 16 games. He also picked up his 44th stolen base, best in the majors. He's not even playing all the time. And a bunt. Foul.
That's a big part of his game, is the Tigers were pinching in the corners, first and third, anticipating that he might try to do that. You can see he's a little disappointed. But with his speed and this spot with nobody out, that's not a sacrifice. He's bunting not only to get him to third, but to bump for a single. And obviously now with 2 strikes, they will back up.
Jumps out of the way. The other lefty in the bullpen, the last one they have out there, Bailey Horn, warming up. Ground ball, it's a base hit. Past Torkelson into right field. Rice was going to be held up at third. The throw cut off by Torkelson. Another hit for Caballero. He's 2 for 2. Yankees on the corners. Nobody out.
Well, there's 2 hits tonight with runners in scoring position. 1 scoring Rice. This one going the other way. Just late in the count with his type of speed. It's a good play.
Old school, get him over. Almost got him in, but with nobody out, Luis Rojas holds him up. But this is what he's trying to do the whole time. Down 2 strikes, try to advance the runner, make a productive out, gets a knock.
Pitching coach Chris Fetter out to talk with Gibson Long.
Life moves, and so should your connection. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum.
So the meeting breaks up, and that'll bring up McMahon with runners on the corners and nobody out. You have the lefty up in the bullpen. You're probably saving him for Bellinger. Or if the Yankees pinch hit for Slater with Grisham. Foul bat. Rice at third, Caballero at first. Told you he has 44 stolen bases, so he's a threat. One and one.
First and third, usually a good time to steal a base because the catcher has to take somewhat of a look at third base to make sure that it's not an immediate double steal. It gives you a little more time.
Caballero goes. Ball fouled away. He had that base stolen.
Yeah, he gets that little hop going, and he gets out there so far sometimes. Look how far he is before he took off.
Just
I mean,
daring, very daring base runner. It's part of his game. He knows it. He's good at it. Not afraid to show it.
2-2 on McMahon. Well, that's his second throw. Now advantage Caballero.
You can always tell the really good base stealers when they go back. They're so used to going, you know, they go to the outside part of the bag, which makes it a longer tag for the first baseman.
Runner goes, throw to second, not in time. Rice stays put at third. Second stolen base for Caballero, his 45th on the year.
Does a good job at peeking back too, and that is so important. You've seen a lot of the Yankee runners, you know, at times just put their head down. I mean, you got to know where the ball is too, and it doesn't slow you down on that third or fourth step to peek in, and that's usually the timing of when the ball is going to hit the plate.
McMahon strikes out for the first out. Infield in. Slater at the plate. Oh and 1. Oh and 2. Judge with 2 home runs. He's on deck. Base hit, right field. Rice scores. Caballero will stop at third. Throw cut off. RBI single for Slater. And the Yankees lead 6-1. That'll bring up Judge, and it brings us to the Audi electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Yeah, we're in the bottom of the fourth, and he's already got a couple. I mean, let it off. And all of a sudden, yeah, this is a different swing. It looks the same, but they both go the same spot. Both bombed.
Double Dutch bus.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good song from the 80s.
There have been 43 three-homer games in Yankee history by 30 different players. Last was Cody Bellinger on June 11th this year against the Cubs. And Judge gets hit. Crowd doesn't like it. I'm sure Judge is not thrilled. And that'll load the bases for Bellinger.
Well, he didn't make eye contact. It probably hit him in the pad, but obviously it doesn't look good. After you've gone deep twice, the ball's just tailing up and in.
Change up. Got away from him. Just tails, and it's right off of the guard. Well, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for Gibson Long. They will go to the bullpen, call on the lefty to face Bellinger. Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is from Madison, who brought her friend Julie to her very first Yankees game last night here at the stadium. We're in the final month of the regular season, but keep posting pictures to social media that reflect your love for the team and include the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Southern tip of Manhattan and the new World Trade Center and the beams of light representing where the two towers once stood. So Bailey Horn gets Bellinger to foul it off. Activated off the paternity list today. 7 games so far this year. Hit sharply, a base hit to right field. Caballero scores. Slater moves to third. Judge to second. It's an RBI single for Bellinger's 90th ribby of the year, and it's 7-1 Yanks.
Well, station to station right now. I mean, we've seen some fireworks, but the Yankees desperately need to throw a bunch of runs on the board tonight to take some pressure off of their pitching staff and their bullpen. And with one out here, station to station works.
Here's Stanton, bases loaded. Yankees up by 6. Oh and 1. Long home run, a solo shot in the third, his 20th of the year. Remember, he missed the first half of the season. 0-2, cooking up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. It was his 182nd home run as a Yankee. Now 3 away from O'Neill.
Yeah, I like his chances.
Tonight?
Possibly.
Seems like he's been off the IL for about 2 weeks. He's got 20 home runs.
Yeah. A lot of production, home runs and RBIs for his very few at bats.
Tipped into the glove of Dingler, and Stanton down on strikes. Check out the exit velocities presented by Spectrum on the Stanton home run. 108.9. Launching at 429 feet. Right into, you say the second deck. I thought that hit into the bleachers. But I'm going to defer to the computer.
To the graphics? I don't know. Our graphics
I
are pretty
really thought
accurate,
it went
but
into the
I'm with you.
bleachers.
I think it was the bleachers too.
We're calling out the graphics.
Well, if the guys could punch up the replay, I think it went bleachers. So the graphics then would fall under the heading of, let me think, bogus.
Oh.
That's harsh.
It is.
Let's see if it's bogus.
I'm saying bogus, Michael.
Here's your AI right here.
Oh, yeah.
Come near the second deck. One and one on Chisholm. He's 1 for 2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 2-1. Looped into right field. It's a base hit. Slater scores. Here comes Judge. He'll score. Moving to third, Bellinger. It's a 2-run single for Chisholm, and the Yankees lead 9-1.
Well, kind of a flip of the script from what Detroit did to the Yankees the first couple of nights. Now the Yankees seem to get everything. Couple big home runs, couple cracked bats, and a lot of runs. 9 on the board so far.
Oh, did you see that piece fly off? Watch a piece of the bat fly off here.
A little shrapnel. Oh, yeah.
Best trade in the world, right? A bat for 2 RBIs.
Oh, easily.
So Goldschmidt finally gets an at bat against the lefty. They took out the starter Holton before Goldschmidt came up in the second. Line to right field. Perez right there, and he'll put it away. Yankees send 9 batters to the plate. They score 4 runs. They leave 2. 9-1 Bombers. Well, thank you, Bob. Paul Skeens, 203 strikeouts this season, 3rd among right-handed pitchers in Pirates history. Juan Soto, last 32 games. He's been great. And the Red Sox, 41-23 since June 28th. That's the best record in the American League. Dylan Dingler leads off against Cam Schlittler as we start the 5th inning. Nine runs on 11 hits for the Yankees, 1 run on 4 hits for the Tigers.
We got a hard or easy trivia coming up today. I got to start.
What are you feeling?
Up.
Are you feeling like it's going to be good?
Well,
our producer, Troy Benjamin, said we've seen his name tonight.
Wow.
I don't think it could be Ruth, Gehrig, DiMaggio, or Mantle.
No.
1-2.
I'm going with the bogus clue right there too. Huh?
That, yeah, same like the computer graphic. Yeah. We've said a lot of names tonight.
Yeah.
That's really not narrowing it down. Down goes Dingler. One away. Well, here it is, Paul.
All right.
Name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain.
What is it?
Well, it's an 8, so it's tough. Yankees 39-43, 45-49, then the Tigers for 2 years, and then back to the Yankees.
Well, I don't have to feel bad. It's back in the 50s.
You hear 3 brains buzzing right now.
Yeah, there's a eerie silence on the telecast. We're all thinking about the career statistics here.
I've got it now with the clue I just got.
Like so many players of that era, you see the blank years there for the war years.
Yep.
Which still blows my mind when you
Right.
think about that. Those guys gave up several years to go defend the country here on 9/11, as we talk about sacrifice.
Ted Williams did it twice.
Yes.
You can't even imagine the amount of vitriol that comes the way of Troy Benjamin whenever he does like a guy in the 50s or the 40s.
Yeah.
Younger Yankee fans want no part of it. They just get really ill. Well, you can rest easy on one thing, Paul. He wasn't a teammate.
That makes me feel so much bad. I feel so much pressure when we're teammates, and I can't think about Bob. You know?
Poor Bob McDonald.
And Coney knew him well. That even made me feel worse.
Lined into right center field. That's a base hit. Bellinger cuts the ball off, and Meadows will stop it first with a single.
Well, good. Another fastball, but another fastball up in the strike zone. And if you continually, I don't care if you throw 100, if you continually hit the same spot with it, the hitters are going to make adjustments to get to it.
Here's Javier Baez. Oh and 1.
14 for 18 first pitch strikes from Cam Schlittler tonight. That's pretty good.
It makes pitching easy, wouldn't it, when you're ahead all the time? Right?
Jump up and finish him off.
He goes around. All right, so David, in the wild card round, the Yankees will need 3 starters because it's best of 3 and there's no off day. If you get to the next round, you probably go to 4. So one of the Yankee starters is going to be left out. So let's not even talk about the efficacy of these guys and whether they earned being a starter. Which one that would be on the bubble do you think translates best to the bullpen?
Yeah, just on the outside looking in, I mean, if you're down there in the dugout, Matt Blake, Aaron Boone, they have inside information. This guy's routine, how he warms up, can he get up and down quickly? But Cam Schlittler's stuff, to me, the way he throws strikes and can throw the ball 100 miles an hour, it would be intriguing to see him as an added weapon in that bullpen in postseason. Now, that's not to say he won't get a start. He's still very much in the running to be in that rotation the way he's throwing the ball. But, yeah, that stuff, it would be interesting down there.
All right, how do you think there's a fair ball? McMahon, with a strong arm, gets Baez as Meadows moves to second.
Ho hum, another great play by McMahon, huh? And again, I mean, just a backhand and then throw against your body completely across the field right on the money. Looks easy in slow motion.
Yeah. Can move a little bit, right? The Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz.
Bill Bolger, what was his name?
Ray Bolger.
Ray Bolger, sorry.
Ray Bolger could dance. Remember those moves he had?
Yeah.
And it was Dorothy's favorite. I think it was everybody's favorite.
No, I was a Tin Man.
You were a Tin Man guy.
Yeah, I like
the
the
guy
Tin
with no
Man.
brain.
Just like, yeah, we had a lot in common.
Now look at that. I mean, that people saying it's my best work, that look alike.
Wow. That's saying a lot, too, Michael. You've done a lot of work.
Yeah, but none best. And that's off the glove of Rice all the way to the backstop.
You know, they had a special, Michael, where they're showing the Wizard of Oz at the Spear out in Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be unbelievable.
Yeah. See a high cutter there, just get away. Kind of backed up on Ben Rice. And backed up all the way to the backstop.
And there's a walk to Glaber. You know what? I take it back. The Tin Man had no heart.
Oh,
The
see that?
Scarecrow didn't have a brain.
Just were thinking about me, man. What's up with that?
And the Lion had no courage.
None.
But in the end, they had all the things that they were looking for.
The whole time.
Well, the whole time.
And the Wizard was the guy doing our graphics. He was bogus, right?
That's right. Hiding behind a curtain, huh?
Meadows at third, Torres at first. Yankees lead 9-1, top of the 5th inning. Oh and 1. Well, he is consistently from first inning to his last pitch at 98-99.
That means he really doesn't overthrow. As mechanics, you're able to keep it. I mean, some guys, when they come out of the bullpen overthrowing, hyped up, by the 3rd inning, they've lost 3 or 4 miles an hour. You think you're going to have to start worrying about his number of innings at all? I mean, first time he's going to be pitching late into September. Huh?
I think they have better ways to measure it nowadays. The strength measurements they do in the clubhouse and the trainer's room.
Check out Coors Light beating the pressure. Opponents slugging leaders with 4-seam fastballs. They don't slug much against Cam Schlittler, 297. All those guys on the list, minimum 100 plate appearances. One and 2.
You know, it's so hard just to pick out an arbitrary number of innings. Okay, that's it. You're only going to go this far. When he could still be going strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I never really understood that. Is go by how he feels, how his strength is. And they certainly have the technology to test that much better than we had 30 years ago.
Charged with 2 curves. And now it's 2-2. Upstairs. Count is full, so that releases Torres at first. Goldschmidt signals to Schlittler that he's playing behind him with the lefty batter up. Just missed. Schlittler was walking to the first base dugout. He thought it was strike 3. But now the bases are loaded.
Just missed, and off the plate. Going to buy another visit from his pitching coach.
Well, the 131 in the third innings this season, most in his professional career. .120.2 last year was his previous high. The old rule used to be you increase by 40 innings, but I don't think that that's the rule anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, I think they really do trust their internal reads much more. The one thing we've learned is that the thing that leads to injury is fatigue. Once you start to get fatigued, your arm, you lose a little strength. That's when you're more susceptible to injury, and that can be tested much better now, as we mentioned before.
There's Riley Green. 99 foul bat.
Riley Green has done this a lot this year as he went deep last night. 33rd of the year.
One and one.
Talked a lot about Riley Green's swing, his approach, his angle of attack. He's got the steepest angle of attack as measured by StatCast this year. So that's a big uppercut. You can see Ben Rice wants to go up the ladder. Try to get him at the top of the zone if possible.
One and two. Fernando Cruz coming off a rare bad outing. He's warming up for the Yanks. This will be the 29th pitch of the inning. There'll be a number 30. Swing and a miss, big strikeout. 98 right by Green. As the Tigers leave the bases loaded. We're halfway through, Yankees up 9-1. Well, this Saturday, get ready for a new episode of the animated series Bronx Buds, presented by Hexclad. On this week's show, YES's very own Meredith Morakovitz and Nancy Newman make guest appearances. Stream Bronx Buds exclusively on the Gotham Sports app. It's fun for the whole family. Audi scoreboard, Yankees lead 9-1. And Ben Rice leads off against the left-hander Bailey Horn. So, Meredith, I have to ask you, are you happy with how you depict it in the cartoon?
I haven't seen it yet, Michael, so I can't fully answer that question. I don't think I ever thought I was going to be a cartoon. I'm not sure that my eyes are quite that big in real life, and I'm not sure about the footwear either. Looks like more of a ballet flat, not a sneaker.
So you have seen it.
I've seen the character, but I
Right.
haven't seen the episode.
Oh, okay. But I just,
Good
did you like the
episode.
character?
You know, she had good hair. What can I say?
Two and one on Rice, who has 2 doubles tonight. Two and two. Oh, there's Meredith and Nancy.
Ready to field report, Michael. Can't wait until people get to see the episode. Paul, I know you have grandkids now.
Yes, I've told them about Bronx Buds. I can't get them away from Paw Patrol.
Variety is the spice of life. Fire up the
That's
iPad. You
right.
can do it.
They get stuck on one thing, and they get a little insistent on it too.
You know, I've got to talk to the guys that put Bronx Buds together because they're really, really good. But I noticed this in most animated series. Why do they take a finger away? Like Meredith had 4 fingers in that picture. I have 4. They don't. Can't they draw a 5th finger? Something to ponder.
Did Fred Flintstone have 4 fingers?
I think so. Yeah.
I know he had 4 toes because he had to drive with them.
Caballero, 2 for 2 and 2 stolen bases.
Two and one. Caballero, 2 for 2. 2 stolen bases, run scored, an RBI. Nice night so far for him. Yankees lead 9-1. 2 and 2. Hit shortly. Foul ball, said Jansen Visconti. Brendan Hannafy warming for the Tigers. Center field. Baez puts it away. 1 out.
Can't help but, you know, look at the scoreboard this time of year. You know, there's not a full slate of games, but looking down in Philly there, the Mets jumped up 4-0. Now they're down 6-4.
Got panic mode in Queens, huh?
Yeesh.
The Kansas City Cleveland series also pretty large. 2-1 Kansas City tonight in the 7th.
So Jack Curry's doing the work for you, Paul.
Didn't work for me.
Yep, he did the research. Fred Flintstone 4, George Jetson 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to make fun of the Jetsons. We're kind of living in the Jetsons right now.
Oh, they nailed it. So 2-2 on McMahon, who's 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for 6 so far in this series. Three and 2. So Toronto's already beaten Houston this afternoon. Kansas City 2-1 over Cleveland, top of the 7. White Sox lead Tampa Bay 5-1. No, that's over now. And the Angels will play Seattle in about 40 minutes. Grounded right side, grabbed there by Torres. And he gets the out at second base. Surprised he took that route, but he does. So Rice. Center. Buy Optimum Fiber. Get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. And by Bet365, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. We saw Hannafy yesterday. 3.07 ERA. This will be his 54th game, and they bring him in to face Austin Slater with a runner on first and 2 men out. Yankees up by 8. Oh, and 1. So Slater has not played a lot. Obviously, an injury derailed the beginning when he came over to the Yanks in the trade. He gets a start, and he's 1 for 3 with an RBI. 1-2. Judge on deck. 3 runs scored, 2 home runs, hit by a pitch. And we'll have to wait until the 6th inning for him to come up again as Slater goes down on strikes, and we go to the 6th. Well, Cam Schlittler picked up a strikeout in the 5th. 6 Yankee strikeout brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
A couple of curveballs in this mix, a lot of cheddar coming right at you. You want to see 99? Right there, right on by. 6 strikeouts.
And Torkelson takes the ball 1-0. Ryan Yarbrough warming for the Yankees in their pen. So with an 8-run lead, they could go to Yarbrough and not really have to use any of their high leverage relievers, and everybody would be rested starting the series in Boston tomorrow. And there's a strike. Two and one. Torkelson struck out looking, and a fly ball is center.
First pitch all night, I saw he kind of decelerated in that curveball. You know, he's been pretty aggressive. He's throwing it hard.
High fly ball. Bellinger in right center, puts it away. Check out the Yankee bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Last night, Weaver pitched. They didn't really want him, but want him too, and he struggled a bit. Doval, Leiter 2 days in a row. Blackburn 2 days in a row. But Bednar and Devin Williams well rested. One and 0. One.
Golden earring there, Coney, in between pitches. How you like that?
Radar love.
We have to start playing Name That Tune if they don't speed things up here between pitches.
Well, we covered cartoons last inning.
Yeah, so. That's right. Now we're into music trivia.
Get right back to music.
1-2. Still 1-2. Cole Keith is on deck. Strike 3. Perez down looking. 7th strikeout for Schlittler.
It was one of those at bats where he found that cutter and just kept throwing it, and got the call here. This ball's just in off the plate. Good job by Rice to bring it back.
'91 pitches, but really the 5th and the 2nd inning kind of affected that a lot with 30 and 26 respectively.
61 strikes out of 92 pitches now. He's really filled it up.
David, what a nice bounce back start from the bad start against Toronto.
Most definitely. 17 for 24 first pitch strikes, and that four-seamer, a real weapon.
2-1.
Such a huge lift when you have a young pitcher come up out of your organization like this that you developed, you draft and develop. And there's more on the way. If you look at the Yankee farm system, the young pitching they have looks pretty promising.
Fly ball, right center. On the run is Judge, and he makes the play. Schlittler works a 1-2-3 6th inning. 6 strong for the youngster, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. When the Yankees kick off the final homestand of the season to take on the White Sox. First 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a Yankees cap courtesy of Cannon. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Aaron Judge will lead off the 6th inning. Home runs in the 1st and the 3rd. Hit by a pitch in the 4th. Jones takes over in left field for Riley Green. 1-0.
Look, funny, I was walking down the tunnel the other day, and one of the bat companies, were outside the visitors, and I just saw the end of Aaron Judge's bat. He uses a cup bat, which, takes weight off of it, and he had a lot of the torpedo bats and balance, and he told me, which was very interesting, when you cup the bat, by taking that end out, you get a denser wood. And so you take it out, and so you get a harder wood, which, to me makes a lot of sense now. I didn't know before, but, when you can take a dense bat and take a little weight off the end, you got a harder bat to hit with. It doesn't splinter nearly as much. Remember the old Louisville Slugger bats? You would have to actually tape them for batting practice because they wouldn't last very long.
So you saw Judge today?
No.
Oh, because, usually when you talk to me, it's home runs.
I looked for him yesterday. The other day, I had to have something signed for him, and he's always so good at that for charity stuff. And I couldn't find him, but he went deep anyway.
3-2.
Wasn't a cup bat easier to put cork in back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, if you messed around with it, I know Cincinnati guys used to mess around with the cork bats because you could easily go in there, and you know the difference in them was ridiculous in batting practice.
Did you hit with a cork bat?
Ever?
Yeah.
No,
Batting practice? Nothing.
I don't. You know what I did do is go out with an aluminum bat a couple times. Just and a matter of fact is because Ken Giffrey Jr., who was a high school player at the time, had one, and he was out hitting, and we used it, and it was amazing. You could hit jam shots in the upper deck.
That's a ground ball that's caught off the bat of most batters, but it gave Sweeney no time. He hit it so hard, so he picks up a single.
Well, you were correct, Michael. 116 miles an hour will get right on by. Even though it took 3 hops, it was sizzling.
There's Bellinger. Not holding on Judge at first. And a strike. Bellinger got another hit against a left-hander in the 4th inning, an RBI single. He has 90 ribbies on the year.
When you think about this Yankee outfield power production-wise this year, and obviously Aaron Judge always carries the load, but you got 30 from Grisham, Bellinger sneaking up on 30 here, and wherever Judge ends up, about 110 to 115 home runs from your outfield.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive when you look at it. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of that in the history of baseball.
Now we fixed the computer. We unplugged it, rebooted it, and this home run actually lands where it actually landed, in the bleachers. Well done.
I was hoping you went. I was hoping you went in the second deck again.
What was that?
I was hoping you went in the second deck again.
I'd like to apologize to our graphics guys for calling them bogus and Wizard of Oz.
One and one on Sten. Right about here, we're thinking, well, they didn't fix it. Looks like it's going second deck. It took a slight right-hand turn right into the bleachers. Grounded shortly, grabbed there by Keith. There's one, and there's two. Moving to third, Judge.
Ball hit hard, just right at him. Torres knows he has plenty of time. There was no hurry to turn that. Once it was caught and the out was at second, pretty much run it to first if you wanted 2 balls. It hit like a rocket. This is knowing who's running. You know, when you hit him in the second deck like you did time before, you can just jog anyway.
No, bleachers.
Bleach. Sorry. They got me confused.
Oh and 1 on Chisholm. Tommy Canley warming for the Tigers. High fly ball center field. Javi Baez is there, and that'll do it. No runs ahead and 1 man left. We go to the 7th inning. It's all Yanks. the name that Yankee player is. And the clue is Fay Ray.
That'd be King Kong.
Charlie King Kong Keller.
Ah.
Pretty good numbers. I don't know. Do we have something in the vault on Charlie?
Of course we do.
There he is. Powerful man.
That wasn't a homer there.
See him choke up. It's probably a 40-ounce bat right there.
Yeah, there's a homer. That one got elevated there.
Launch angle
Yes.
before it's time.
Well, back then, they didn't wear helmets, and they got thrown at more than ever.
That's right.
Don't dig in.
Six-time world champion. 184 home runs with the Yanks. Five-time All-Star. King Kong Keller.
Got some serious eyebrows, huh?
Yeah. Look at the knob of that bat. It's just looked like they just sawed it off like a pool cue.
Ryan Yarbrough takes over. And a strike. Pitched on Friday, 5 1/3 innings. Long stint on the IL. Keller had a .928 career OPS, which is 6th in Yankee history. Ruth, Gehrig, Judge, Mantle, DiMaggio, and then Charlie Keller.
It's back before they knew what OPS was.
Driven deep to left field. That ball is gone. Yankees lead 9-2. Dingler with a solo home run.
Well, like I said, Dingler's been on fire offensively. Add that to this series. Well, breaker that didn't break enough, huh, Cody?
Yeah, off speed. Like more of a changeup.
It was Trey Sweeney, his first at bat. Two and 0. Right there, Caballero, high throw, but it lands in Goldschmidt's glove. One away. Here's Baez. One and one on Baez.
The beauty of the Yankee uniforms is there's no names on the back, right? So it's all about the numbers.
Right.
You got one up there in Monument Park. You know, number 33, who do you think of in the Yankee uniform?
33?
Yeah.
33.
Yeah, it's Boomer, right?
Yeah.
Line drive, Caballero.
The guy who wore 33 threw a perfect game at Yankee Stadium. A little different body type than this lefty, but
Michael Kay gets so offended when he sees like a Mantle jersey with the name on the back. It's bogus, right,
yeah.
Michael?
Well, I mean, the one that really gets me is 3, Ruth. Really?
Yeah. You need to be reminded.
You know, there's certain Yankee players that just take ownership of that number. And that's all you got is a number. Aaron Judge will forever own 99.
Yeah. This whole generation will own 99, you know, and when we were playing, it was 2. So they've come a long way.
Yes.
We've gone to 2 to 99.
The 1-1. 1-2 on Torres. Two and two. Torres 1 for 2 with a walk, doubled in the third. 9-12-0 for the Yanks, 2-6-0 for the Tigers. Three and 2.
Another one of Michael's favorites. You got the wave going on here.
Oh, he loves it. Loves it. Just
I've
can't
accepted
figure
it now. I just want people to be happy.
Yeah, sure you do. When the Yankees are up 9-2.
Get older, it's harder to keep getting out of your seat.
Right. Well, you can just do it sitting down. You're a tall guy. Just throw your long
Throw the arms
up.
up, yeah. Foul ball.
Michael could just throw his chin up.
I didn't want to go there, Coney.
Man, unprovoked. And Rice wants to talk with Ryan Yarbrough. And he missed outside, so Glaber works a walk. So now it's lefty-lefty, Kerry Carpenter against Ryan Yarbrough. Torres not held on by Goldschmidt. 0-1. One and one. Carpenter lined into a double play in the third, struck out looking in the first, and then worked a walk in the fifth. They usually don't play him against lefties. Got one in a bat last night, now getting in a bat against Yarbrough. One and two. Tigers have beaten the Yankees 4 times in 5 games. So they've won the series, the season series against the Yankees for the first time in 14 years. Last time was 2011. Tigers' magic number is 8 over Cleveland to clinch the Central. That's why they can afford, with so few games remaining, to go with an opener tonight and give Skubal another day of rest. And the 1-2. 2-2.
If you watch Carpenter hit, similar to Aaron Judge stylistically, they use the same hitting coach. Kind of hovers that front leg.
Swing and a miss. Carpenter down on strikes. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 man left at the end of 6.5. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Yankees are leading this one, but we're going to stay right here as we honor America here in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps? And to honor America, please welcome back New York's own, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Thank you, Mr. President. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. The United States Army Sergeant First Class Charles Cahey from Jersey City, who served in Vietnam and received the Bronze Star. The Yankees say, thank you, Charles, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the microphone behind home plate and welcome NYPD Detective Brianna Fernandez. She will now sing God Bless America.
home runless. He has 2 home runs, 361 for his career. Cam Schlittler, a strong start. Judge 3 for 3 and hit by pitch. Tommy Kahnle, former Yankee. Last 23 appearances, he struggled. 10.61 ERA. One and one on Goldschmidt. That's a base hit to right field. So Goldschmidt picks up his first hit of the night. Yankees 13th of the game.
Tommy Kahnle's known for his changeup. It was all changeups, and he throws a fastball and it gets rocking. And up and out of the zone, too, at 94 miles an hour.
Well, he had a 1.77 ERA in 34 games through the end of June. We told you 23 games since July, 10.61. Signed a 1-year, $7.75 million deal with Detroit in January. 2 seasons with the Yankees, 2.38. David mentioned he has a great changeup. He threw it 61 consecutive times during last year's postseason run. Support America's military and first responder heroes. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at t2t.org. Kahnle's 35 years old, 11th big league season. Colorado, White Sox, Yankees, Dodgers, White Sox, and now the Tigers. Now David can interpret what this means. Getting the feel for his changeup back, he said. He said he wasn't staying tall in his delivery. And he's getting too hunched over as his mechanics got out of whack.
Well, every pitcher's got their checkpoints about mechanics, where they need to be. But Tommy Kahnle's changeup is almost like a splitter because it dives when it's right. It's got movement.
Soft ground ball, second base. They get 1. That's all they'll get. Time for the optimum. Don't take slow for an answer replay.
Well, you know, Caballero, if he gets on base, he's very dangerous. I mean, he's leading the major leagues in stolen bases, so he has an opportunity. He's going to take it. A couple stolen bases on the night. I think he was taken all the way there, Coney. Wow.
Two and 0. Doesn't even play every day and has 45 stolen bases. And since coming to the Yankees, hardly plays. And has still held the major league lead.
See, what Tommy Kahnle wants, Michael, with that changeup is the downward tilt on it, to be able to get it and keep it in the strike zone. He doesn't want it running off the plate like the last couple we've seen.
Goes with the fastball there, 3-1.
It's the ones that drop, not the ones that fade, that are more effective.
Goes with the change and misses. Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam we had on the Yankee third baseman.
Well, if you're going to have it on Ryan McMahon, you're probably going to see some good defensive plays across the field. Makes it look easy. Just day after day, you see how good his hands are.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
Now, Paul, if the moon would just cooperate out in left center field and move a little bit to the right, it would be the dot over the I in stadium.
I was checking out that moon too. It's pretty cool. I don't know what we called it, but
just a little more. Be the dot over the I.
perfect.
2-1. Nine defensive runs saved this season. That's fifth among Major League third basemen. Three and one.
There was a time when Tommy Kahnle threw 95 to 100 miles an hour. That last swing at 91, having trouble throwing strikes.
Yeah, even when he goes to his fastball, it's not strikes. And I noticed it too. It used to surprise me that he went to his changeup so much because he was 96, 97. Well, that velocity's down.
That's why he's in this game. A.J. Hinch is trying to get him some work, find a way through it.
And there is ball four, and the bases are loaded.
Body language doesn't look too good either, does it, Conan?
No, and A.J. Hinch is not going to let it go much farther, obviously.
That's going to do it. As his struggles continue, they'll go to the bullpen. Slater due up with the bases loaded, one out. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. by Chef IQ, the wireless stay-in food thermometer that guarantees steakhouse results. Get perfection, visit chefiq.com. And by the New York Lottery, get out there and play. Cato Montero, 55 strikeouts in 76 and 2/3 innings, 4.70 ERA. Called up last week. This is his 6th stint with the big league club. He's been on the Toledo Shuttle. 25 years old. He made his major league debut last May after 7 seasons in the minors. And he faced Paul Skeens and took the loss. Welcome to the big leagues. Oh and 2. Of what the Tigers did last year. They used everybody and anybody in any situation, and most of them were very effective. But one of the things that most of the teams that are in playoff position right now, they could say they're a little concerned about their bullpen. Yankees know they have to get it right.
It's one of the big reasons the Red Sox have played so well as of late, with the best record over the last couple of months, is their bullpen, including Aroldis Chapman, who's just had an unbelievable run, just broken. 50 straight hitless at-bats he had. I mean, he's had a career year up there. And
They hadn't given up a hit in over a month or something, right?
yeah, he had an unbelievable run. They got broken up, but overall his numbers are otherworldly this year.
And down goes Slater for the second out. That's going to bring it Judge with the bases loaded. Judge 3 for 3, hit by a pitch, 3 runs scored, most importantly 2 home runs, giving him 46 on the year. He has 100 runs batted in. Came into the game hitting .319. He's back up to .323. And the pitch. 0-2. Two and two. Montero sets and deals the 2-2. And the count full. Well, that'll start the merry-go-round. Bases loaded. They'll all be going 3-2, 2 outs. Rice at third, Caballero at second, and McMahon is over at first. And the payoff. Strike 3, Judge down looking, and he knew it. No runs a hit, and the bases are left loaded. We'll go to the 8th. Einstein Player of the Week. There's a number 1, Cody Bellinger. Number 2, that guy, Aaron Judge. Number 3, Max Fried. Ryan Yarbrough in for his second inning of work in relief of Cam Schlittler, who pitched very well. And Jahmai Jones will lead off his first at bat. Popped up. Judge is there in shallow right. 1 away.
About talked out, Coney. How about you? Huh? You want to make something up?
I was just thinking about another topic to throw out there.
Okay. Where are we going from here?
That's just brutal honesty right there. Just brutal honesty.
Yeah, it just came out. You know, it was an eerie silence. I figured I'd get that out
But
there.
David likes that.
Yeah.
He likes a good
little break.
Little break. Yeah. He let it breathe, he says.
It's a good thing. It's television, right?
Yes. It's like that interlocking NY. You can see it, right?
It would be a good time for Michael to kind of reprise the old description of the uniform, though.
No. Lip told me they could see it. Torkelson 0 for 3. High fly ball. Slater. 2 outs. Well, Saturday on Yes, it's another free day as Max takes him out in the second game of a crucial 3-game set with the Red Sox at Fenway. Coverage begins at 3 with outing batting practice in the pregame, with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 4 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Now, fans, remember, tomorrow night's game against the Red Sox is on Apple TV Plus, and Yes, we'll have post-game coverage after the final out. There is Winsel Perez. And a strike. Luis Heel against Lucas Giolito tomorrow. Max Fried against Brian Bayo. And then Will Warren against Garrett Crochet. That'll be on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. WB Mason postgame follows all of those games.
Well, that last series I did, it was the first time I got the chance to see Bayo pitch. He is good. Really good stuff. Obviously, Crochet overpowering at times. So those last 2 games, those are tough matchups for the Yankees.
Yeah, Bayo's been tough. Even though Bayo's not a prototypical strikeout type pitcher, he's got good movement. Heavy ground ball.
When you saw some of those ERAs in the 3s, and you've pitched in Fenway, I mean, to pitch to a 3 ERA and pitch in Fenway half your games, that's tough.
3-1. So I'm going to tie some things together for you guys.
Is that right?
So we talked about number 99. And who was the name that Yankee? Charlie Keller.
Right.
He's the first Yankee ever to wear number 99. He did it for the 1952 New York Yankees.
No kidding.
2 other Yankees. Matt Howard, 96 Yankees. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. And number 3, Brian Bruni from the 2009 Yankees. Those are the only 3 guys other than Judge to wear number 99.
Charlie Keller wore number 99.
For a year or spring training, or what was it?
1952 when he came back.
Oh, okay.
Because he was 9 before that.
Ah.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to wear it after this guy.
No. Probably the last time. You might as well enjoy it out in right field.
Yep. Ownage.
And there's a walk. So, I mean, I'm not quite sure, Paul, who's in line, but right now I can't picture anybody getting the number retired. There might be some people, maybe, but 99 could be next to you when he finally hangs it up.
I tell you what, you can put it up there right now if you'd like to, because he's done some good stuff.
Here's Andy Ibanez, pinch hitting for Colt Keith. The 0-1. That's a base hit up the middle. Pinch hit single for Ibanez. Perez will go to third. Bellinger fires into second.
Cue shot right off the end of the bat. Just gets enough. You see it kind of with the sideways spin on it. We'll see it right here on the super shot. Right off the end.
Some wood, too.
Hit it in the right spot, though.
Top of the 8th inning, Yankees 9-2. Second inning of work for Yarbrough in relief of Schlittler. And a strike.
Top of the 8th already?
Top of the 18th. I think we're in extra innings. I haven't figured it out yet.
I'm going to John Sterling stories next inning.
You got a lot of them.
I'm just going to prod Michael.
I'm taking those stories with me.
Yes.
Fernando Cruz.
Yeah, after that last outing, I'm sure as a pitcher you love to get out there and get it out of your mind, huh? Especially going into Fenway this weekend.
Popped up. Goldschmidt puts it away, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 men left. Stay tuned to see what Coney talks about next. Well, fans, after the final, I'll get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from the manager. Plus, I'll look ahead to the series with the Red Sox. That's all coming up on the WB Mason Yankees postgame. Montero remains in. Ibanez takes over at third. Bellinger leads off. All right, so Paul, I really didn't get to know you until you got traded to the Yankees. I knew of you, but I do know exactly where you were on this date in 1985.
1985. Oh, I do too. I saw the game notes today. That's Pete Rose broke the record
Right, you
today.
kind of like meandering around.
Yeah, because nobody knew me. I didn't know where to go. I just got called up like 3 or 4 days before.
Yeah,
like
hit
one of the
number
biggest
4192.
historic hit, and I'm walking around. I can't sit on the bench by myself, Coney, but you don't know anybody. What do? Go jump on top of the pile?
Did you go to winter ball after that year? Is that when
Yeah.
you went to Mayaguez, played
Yeah.
Puerto Rico?
Uh-huh.
Center field.
Yeah, you were in Ponce that year, right? You had like a cinder track that went through the outfield
Yes,
there, right?
it was an old racetrack, yeah.
Wow. I remember the first time I went there, like, wow. You know, the good thing about that is you drove across the island, because I was living in San Juan, and there was a McDonald's, you know, by your ballpark. So it was a good trip. Back then, you know, McDonald's, that was part of our
Yeah, that was
daily life.
our per diem.
There's Stanton. Now, on this day in 2014, this was a terrible day for Giancarlo Stanton. He got hit in the face by Mike Fiers in the 5th inning of the game. Florida against Milwaukee. Stayed down for a while, bleeding profusely. And people didn't know if he'd be able to come back. The ball actually hit him so hard that his teeth came through the skin of his cheek. But how he hangs in there now shows you, I mean, the courage that it takes to be a major league player. And then after you get hit like that, it's ruined a lot of careers, but not Stanton's.
He took Fiers deep with, didn't Fiers go over to Detroit, the Tigers? And then I think he hit a home run off
Yep.
him.
Two and two.
That's why it's so important you see that guard on his helmet now. That makes such a huge difference, and would have made a big difference back then when that happened.
I definitely would have worn that now, because especially against lefties, because if you lose a ball against a lefty, it's always kind of behind you at your head. You lose sight of it, so you really don't know where to go.
Yeah, all it takes is a little arm side run, a little fly open from the pitcher, a right-hander in this case, and the ball just flies up and in.
And Stanton down on strikes. 3rd time he struck out tonight. He's 1 for 5, but the one was a long home run, his 20th of the year.
Again, you talk about run. Boy, look at that ball. Just take off almost sideways.
And there's ball 4. Chisholm works a walk.
That's something that wouldn't have happened 30 years ago. That was a strike 30 years ago. based on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the scoreboard and the count, you could throw it anywhere within the batter's circle, and it was a strike.
Here's Goldschmidt, 1 for 4. Turned 38 yesterday. Oh and 1. And there's a base hit for Goldschmidt. Chisholm moves to second.
If you look, day by day over the course of the year, I mean, Goldschmidt has really had a solid year. Defensively, I mean, he has crushed lefties all year. A couple hits off righties tonight. Another guy that you're very comfortable with him in the lineup in big spots. Does he have another hot streak in him coming down the line?
There's Ben Rice. And a strike.
Especially against tough left-handed starters like a Garrett Crochet or the elite lefties, a Tarek Skubal.
Yeah.
Oh and 2.
For somebody even like an Austin Slater we saw playing tonight could come in against a big, tough left-handed starting pitcher. It gives the Yankees, gives Aaron Boone options to be able to have some weapons.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see Slater in the lineup tonight. I mean, this isn't the time where you can try to work on a guy, get him some at-bats because the games are so important, but came through with a couple hits today.
The 1-2. Coming out in the right field. Perez on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll do it. No runs a hit and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the 9th inning. The Yankees up by 7. Brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. Told you about this big Red Sox series. Red Sox will come into the series 1 game back in the loss column of the Yankees. Tomorrow it's on Apple TV+. Then Saturday we have it. Sunday on ESPN. The road trip continues with 3 in Minneapolis. And then it finishes the last 4 road games of the regular season. And they will be against the Baltimore Orioles. So, Rice made the last out of the inning. Took a while to put on the gear. Now back behind the plate. And here's Trey Sweeney. to bat against Yarborough. 7-run lead, but Yarborough could pick up a save. 3 innings of work will get you a save.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Yankees. Bust out, score runs, give the bullpen a full night off. Yarborough doing a great job here, picking up Schlittler, who was fantastic.
And a strike, 1-1.
Cam Schlittler's ERA now down to 3.05 on the season in his rookie year. 7 punch-outs for him, too, as well.
1-2.
You always wonder when a young kid comes up and they get off to a good start and then they have that one bad outing, you know, does that kind of snowball? But, you know, he bounced back, so that's a real good sign for the Yankees.
Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, 71 miles an hour, striking out Sweeney.
Well, you're talking about this huge series this weekend, and it is. I mean, it's the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees, but, you know, you look back, you just didn't see this coming. Go back to June 6th. Boston was 10.5 games out. And now, you know, they're basically tied or 1 game back in the loss column with the Yankees. So this kind of big series at the end of September kind of snuck up on us.
Especially after the Rafael Devers trade.
Yeah. I thought they were throwing in the towel, and they actually got better.
So games of import, Toronto beat Houston, Cleveland beat Kansas City, and going on right now, Seattle 2 and the Angels nothing. That's in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And those would be games of import in the American League. Baez hits one deep to right center. Bellinger back on the track, and it's going to hit off the wall. Judge backing him up. He'll flip the ball in as Baez gets himself a stand-up triple.
Baez, we said first half, all-star half. He stays with this one and just drives it to right center field. And I mean, there's times to go crashing into the wall, and there's times to just kind of pull up. And I got a big series this weekend, and when it's 9-2, if you're Cody Bellinger, this is not the time to go crashing into the wall.
Especially the plexiglass part right there.
Infield, of course, is back. Here's Gleyber Torres. 1 for 2, double and 2 walks. Baez leads off third. 8th hit for the Tigers. That'll get a run in. But it'll also be the 2nd out.
Hey, Michael, by the way, since you said about the moon,
right,
it's not even close to dotting the I now.
Yeah,
that thing's way out of here.
Now it can almost serve as an apostrophe. So Torres picks up the 71st ribby. Yankees lead 9-3. And here's Kerry Carpenter. One and 0. Ground ball. McMahon. This should do it. And it does as the Yankees win 9-3 to salvage the final game of this 3-game set. 2 home runs for Judge, tying in with Joe DiMaggio for 4th place on the Yankees all-time home run list. Goes over the 100 RBI mark as well, and the Yankees stay within 3 of the Blue Jays, who won earlier. Also a home run for Giancarlo Stanton. All in all, Cam Schlittler and the Yankee home runs return.
Yeah, it was early and often for the Yankees today. I mean, Aaron Judge started off with a home run, then they hit another one. They scored in the first 4 innings, and like Coney said, they needed this to turn things around and get a little momentum going into Fenway this weekend.
Yeah, it's amazing what 9 runs will do for your pitching staff. Cam Schlittler with a stake with that early lead, pitched exceptionally well. Yarbrough just cleaned up at the end, and on to Fenway Park.
So the Yankees now 5-4, first 9 games of the gauntlet. 3 more coming up. Yankees win 9-3. We'll come back with awards and then the post game after that. Yankees win, and we take a look at the Cadillac drives of the game.
Well, of course, it's Aaron Judge. And the first one went about 412 feet. The second one up the back wall of the Tiger bullpen went about 440 feet. So those are 2 home runs that tie him with the great Joe DiMaggio, and that qualifies as the Tri-State Cadillac player of the game.
9-14-0, beating 3-8-0. Took 3 hours and 4 minutes. Great outing by Schlittler. A save for Yarbrough. Holton took the loss. Dengler had a good game. Judge had a better one. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the WB Mason postgame show with Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and John Flaherty. Special thanks to producer Troy Benjamin, director Dan Barr, Mike Webb, and our executive producer is Jared Ames Bosnack. Join us again on Saturday as the Yankees face the Red Sox at Fenway Park in Boston. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. on Yes, with first pitch coming shortly after 4. Once again, the final score, the New York Yankees 9 and the Detroit Tigers 3. For Paul O'Neill, David Cohn, and Meredith Morakovitz, I'm Michael Kay saying see ya from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Now let's go to Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and John Flaherty standing by in our Yes Network studios with the post-game show. Guys,